to be I'm going to be writing a paper on drug epidemics. So I'm going to pull up Internet Explorer. Usually I go to the library page to see what information they have before I go to Google. So I'm going to go to libraries. So I start by searching my topic. So I'm going to do opioid epidemic and search whatever I see first. I try to look at dates used within the last 5 years, .org, .gov, nothing, just .com. So I start by looking for peer-reviewed articles. This one looks pretty vague, just drug epidemic. Sometimes for our paper I'm writing, it's more on a certain location. So I'm going to do in Virginia. So here I find a video, an article. I'm going to choose this one because it talks about treatment for opioid epidemic. This website is nice because if you need a citation, all you do is click citation, and it gives you the citation for MLA. For our purpose, I'm going to need to use APA. To get more information, I'd have to log in. But I get an overview of what it is. After I utilize the library resource, I try to look at other articles. So usually I would go to Google. And I usually end up typing in Google Scholar. I find they have the better resources. And I type in opioid epidemic. And I see in whole about everything, but I try to keep it within the last 5 years. So I'm going to do since 2015. I'm also looking for Virginia, so I want to know. So here's an article from the governor. So this article here also allows you to cite it, which I think is very helpful because it is hard to cite articles. So this gives a citation for me, which I would need for my references. I go through and I read about it. I see the author up here. He's a doctor. I read the full article, which this one wants you to subscribe, so probably wouldn't use this one because I do not have a subscription. So I will go back and see what other ones I have. So I'm going to click this one. I try to look at a bunch of different articles to see what information they have and if I like them before I actually decide on one. I do this for all my papers. I go through, find all the statistics, all the information before I even start writing the paper. So this one gives you kind of a background and abstract of what they are talking about, but not much information, I find. See, it's just an abstract, so I would not use this one either. So if I'm not finding too much information on Google Scholar, I try to narrow my search. So I was just going to do opioid epidemic, but I could change it to doing marijuana. So, this is just showing different. So this is like an article I would use because I'm from being in nursing school. I want to talk about medical marijuana. And here's the importance. I could actually download the whole entire paper. I could see the citations. And I can get an overview. So this is more or less talking about the states that allow it to be legal, what they're talking about, observations, the history they have about it, which this article I really do like because everything it has. I also scroll down to the very bottom to see what their references are for their paper. So if it has like one reference, I sometimes question whether or not I want to use it, but if they have all these references, I really do like because they did their work as well. Our school stresses the use of the importance of using peer-reviewed articles. So I also look for those too. I try to stay away from websites that are not as trustworthy. So if I don't have anything else that I want to see on Google Scholar, I will just go to straight Google. And then I type in opioid epidemic, specifically marijuana. I can't spell, I'm sorry. So here is this of everything. It also gives me scholarly articles that I might want to use. But I want to look at what is in Virginia. So this one gives you an overview. I stay away from .coms. I will look for .gov. So I try to go to CDC, other web pages that are trustworthy. This was from the NIH, which I would like this article. The only thing with these websites is it's very hard to get a citation for this exact article because it's mainly just graphs and facts, but I will use this because a lot of pages I have to have statistics, so I do like the use of this.